Wayne's World.
Oh, here we are. Welcome back. We are live. Welcome back to the James McGee Show. I am your host. I am James McGee. And as you can see, me being bundled up on the patio, Louisiana just got cold. And we are, as I say, it is colder than a liberal's tit out here. It is in the 30s in Louisiana. In the morning, it's going to be 27 degrees. So I kind of feel like my two friends up north. We have Candace from Candace is Right, and Jason from One More and I'm Out of Here. And we got some shit to cover tonight.
Well, first, I have the world's smallest violin for James and his 30 degrees because it's 12. It's 12.
Well, like I told you earlier, it's supposed to be fucking 12 where you're at.
Facts.
It's not supposed to be 27 in South Louisiana, because last night, Jason, I was telling Candace a while ago, last night when we went to bed, we had the air conditioner on.
We were at 7, by the way.
Oh, you win.
Yeah, we had the air conditioner on last night. It was in the 70s. And this morning we woke up and we're freezing our ass off. It was 35.
So, like, don't you guys die when that happens?
This shit sucks.
Like, you guys aren't built for like 30 below. Like, that's not something you're built for.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The cage.
Like, what do you do? Like,
they're definitely not built for us.
And I told so my wife is 7 years younger than me, and I told her earlier, she's I'm just cold, and she's pretty thin, and I told her, I said, you're too thin, and you're almost 50. I'm
picturing the Alaskan plane thing, you know, like with the hockey team, and you all have to eat each other to survive. That's what I think happens when it gets cold there, because everybody's like, we can't do it.
Last year.
Oh God, I remember that movie.
Right? That was a fucked up movie.
So, you drinking anything, Candace?
We always make that joke at the firehouse. We're like, all right, so if somebody had to die and you had to eat somebody, who is it? And I was like,
right. I mean, I'm sorry, you would be on the chopping block. Like, there's nothing but like a little, nothing. Like there's nothing here, but I think y'all got some.
But the funny thing is, everybody's looking at me, and I'm like,
she just called us fat.
That's gonna get easy.
I like to call myself husky, Candace. I don't.
Yeah, there you go. Fair enough. I am drinking coffee.
Okay. Well, I got a thing.
I got a thing.
You got a long couple weeks going on. So, Jason, do we need to ask what you're drinking?
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Yeah. All day long, watching my stupid Bengals just lose shit again. It's just a diatribe of bullshit in my life right now.
At least you changed the drink holder.
Well, I decided that my winter drink is going to be, my Sunday night winter drink is going to be this Buffalo Trace cream. Yep. Buffalo bourbon cream. It's absolutely delicious. So
it looks good.
All right, let's dive into this. So
before he dives in, it still makes me giggle.
What?
Looking at his fucking video, where normally we see him in like a t-shirt.
Oh my God, yeah. He's living his best life. Mm-hmm.
He looks like a fucking Peaky Blinder up in this bitch.
I'm surprised he doesn't have like one of the ski mask face covers. My husband got one, and I'm like, what the fuck are you wearing? Like, it's so weird, but it's practical.
I'm gonna buy one today because I'm gonna be working. It's gonna be 27 degrees.
You're not gonna survive.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be working in the middle of nowhere, cutting trees for the next 3 days.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like start fires and like I don't know what you're gonna do. The National Guard's gonna have to come in for y'all. Like, you can't do this shit. It's not a thing.
We're not built for that.
Next thing, James gets fucking deported.
I love that. Yep.
All right, so I am fired up about blue slips. So as we talked about off camera about what are these blue slips? Well, I did a lot of research on this chicken shit Senate power grab of blue slips. So for people that don't know what a blue slip is when a senator, so you got 2 senators obviously in every state, and for some reason, if it is a judicial candidate for an appointee, a judicial appointee to a federal bench, or an attorney general, if a senator from that state of where the person is going to be appointed objects, they don't move forward. So, of course, you have in New Jersey, both are Democrats, and in Virginia, Democrats. They're Xing out, like they just X'd out Alina Habba. And for no reason other than they can. And the reason why Republicans won't step up is they like that power too. And I'm going to play, I know a lot of people who aren't from Louisiana, and he's pretty popular here unless you know him and know what kind of piece of shit he is, like John Kennedy. So John Kennedy says corny stuff. Now, Jason, when I brought John Kennedy up on your show, Dan had a good point that he does. Now, he is thorough. He does his homework, and he's really good on the Judiciary Committee.
Right. Yeah.
He grills people. He is good to have there. But I'm going to play this video, and then I've been wanting to tell this story. It's very personal to me, but it's not just that it's personal to me. I've actually lived this about what a blue slip does to someone and who really deserved a position. So
and you actually educated me a little bit because I wasn't completely positive. I heard of it, but I didn't know what it was.
Well, it's not a thing. People don't really, it's just now coming to light. It's been going on for years.
Yeah.
But watch this turkey neck fuck.
Blue slip is a long and cherished tradition. Both Democratic presidents and Republican presidents have asked us to get rid of it. We never have, and I hope we never will. The blue slip.
Well, of course, you hope you never will, because pieces of shit like you use this. First off, we talk about age limits and term limits. I think I have a solution for this. This is what we do. Anytime a public official gets the turkey neck, they can't understand a word they say, and you got the old thing flapping, that's when they should have to leave office when they get that. So let me tell y'all about this piece of shit.
His jokes are good, though. He's got some good jokes.
He does. He's
very good.
He's giving me a chuckle or two.
But that's all they do. But and he does do some stuff. I'm not knocking him, but one of my absolute best friends, and look, it worked out in the long run. He is our district attorney. I was his chief of staff, and he is one of the finest men that I know. 7 or 8 years ago, he was up for a federal judgeship, and he was a state representative. He wasn't playing the game. And when it got time for him to for his confirmation, John Kennedy blue slipped him. So what these senators do, that's why they don't want to lose it. I don't understand, because blue slip's not a law. It is a gentleman's agreement. Well, first off, there ain't a gentleman in that fucking place. It's just that an agreement so they don't want to lose it because they don't want to lose their power. What it does in that state, it makes them the king of the state. Because all the other politicians, if they want, most of you politicians, at least in our state, are attorneys. A lot of them would love a federal judgeship, would love a U.S. attorney. They would love some of these positions one day. And they're not going to go against, they're going to kiss the ring. That's all it's about, is they want to be the king of the state. Why the fuck do they need to have a blue slip when you have a vote? So you go, so do it the right way. Don't give them a chance at least to get in front of the committees, the Judiciary Committee. Give them a chance to get in front of them and plead their case. And look, grill them hard. If you have a problem with them, you know something about them. But this wasn't about my friend's instance, and I'm sure a lot of them. Alina Habba, how can you argue with her? It's not about anything other than them taking their little weenies out and showing who's bigger. And this blue slip shit has got to go. It serves no purpose. It is not a law. Presidents have a right to pick their cabinet. They have to be confirmed by the Senate. But you're going to tell me, especially the Democrats, due process. How many times have we fucking heard due process but you're not going to give. You want to give due process to all these illegals, but you're not giving due process to these attorneys who have earned a position. I don't agree with that.
So my question is, this has been a long-standing tradition, right?
Yes.
It's not a law.
Nope.
You know, it's not it. I understand like the good old boys club of the way we've always done it, but I'll pull that into the fire department, and I'm sure you could throw it into the police department. Well, we've always done it that way. But some of this, and James, I agree with you, but I'm going to kind of disagree with you in a point where if you have the ability of like, hey, I've got a guy, but they should be vetted. I had no idea about this whole blue slip thing. I had heard like terms here and there, but I've just gotten into politics, honestly, since we started a podcast to where I started paying attention. I had no idea that was a thing. And like you said, Kennedy is very, very quick in a judiciary committee sitting there, you know, grilling somebody and just making somebody look like a piece of shit, which is hilarious. I love it. But I don't know, and I'm going to play devil's advocate. What's fair? Are you allowed to throw that blue slip card, when you get like, it's almost like a pass with your wife. Here's your pass.
Yeah.
Who do you want? I don't know. I don't know how that works and how it benefits anybody, either side.
It benefits the senator being able to be the king of the state. That's all it benefits.
So obviously Democratic, on the Democrat side, they're like, oh yeah, we're blue slipping that guy because there's a Republican coming in. We're blue slipping. But how many blue slips? I mean, can you do? And
all of them. There was a senator, I forget which senator, on the Republican side said we don't want to get rid of them.
So I'm being fair, and I'm telling you, I'm naive to it.
I saw Republican senators say we don't want to get rid of them because we were able to block 30 Biden appointments.
Oh, Thune. That was Thune, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was Thune. So I don't agree with that either. I think there's a process. So all that blue slip stuff to me does, Jason, is add a layer of bureaucracy. That's what's wrong with our fucking government. You can't get a god dang thing done because of bureaucracy. Let's add one more thing of bureaucracy. And the thing with my friend, and like I said, it may be personal to me and it's biased, but I also have inside knowledge. This guy is not only an accomplished attorney, they weren't going vetting. They should vet everybody. You vet them and then you present what you find in front of the committee, and the committee decides. And what happened was Turkey Neck knew that this guy was squeaky clean. Unlike me, this man was born and lived his whole life preparing to be in some sort of office. You weren't going to find affairs. You weren't going to find illegitimate kids. You weren't going to find any kind of corruption. And so they knew that. They knew they couldn't get dirt on him. They had nothing on him. So they fucking blue slipped him. And
now, I'm surprised that Republicans did this because I feel like everything that they can do, for instance, like gerrymandering, okay, they kind of seems to be the same conversation. I feel like Republicans never do it to the extent that Democrats do. And that's what I hate is that they like to keep things around for the possibility of using it, but they don't shove it up their asses like the Democrats do. And it's the same thing with the filibuster. You guys are hanging on to it. I understand it. You don't want to set that precedent, but they're going to do it and they're going to shove it up your ass. And it's like, I get the strategic point of the long-term goal, but they never capitalize on it when it's readily available to them. So I feel like that's where Kennedy's probably saying like, oh yes, we want to keep this. This is a good thing for us, but you don't fucking do it. You don't do it to the extent that Democrats do it.
What happens is, Jason, you said 100%, you missed it.
Oh.
So That's a
Throw
good
another
point,
one down.
Candace. Here's the point. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that we're at war right now. But here's the problem: we as Republicans are fucking pillow fighting, and the Democrats are gunfighting.
And what are we fighting over, James? What are we fighting over? Come on, my favorite topic right now.
Everything that doesn't matter.
Thank you. Everything that doesn't fucking matter.
Everything that
literally.
We're fighting over Charlie Kirk. We're fighting over.
Oh, I got something after this. I've got something.
We're fighting over nothing that matters.
Nothing.
We're fighting over We're fighting over Israel. We're fighting. We're fighting each other. We're eating each other. And
I just have to say this real quick, that I have never had a radical Israeli Jew try to kill a conservative. I'm just going to fucking leave that right out there. Okay. Cause
I agree with that.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is actually a good thing for us to actually discuss, because this is what people are focused on. They're focused on the General Hospital-esque soap opera bullshit, but they're missing some of the things that are happening, like things like blue slips, like the things like NGOs that you had talked about earlier in the week. They're missing strategic things that politicians are doing, and they're not connecting those dots. So by the time they realize it happened, it's already too fucking late. The damage is already done.
Yeah. Right. Well, keep talking, because you're bringing up a good point on a video I'm going to show. But keep talking while I pull this video.
Oh wait, what? Oh, the same shit. Literally, it is honestly the same nonsensical bullshit. I have been so infuriated this week alone because of all of just people being so fucking. Dude, they're so fucking distracted, and now they're mean about it. If you are not on that same page, they're fucking mean, and it's like, unfollow me then. I don't give a fuck. If you want to believe that the Egyptians are flying planes over your house to kill you, go ahead. I'm gonna go with the radical leftist extremism violence that we've seen for years.
I love.
So meanwhile, while they have us looking over here, look what's going on over here.
Oh, we have a word. It's called twatsola, because that's what she is.
Show her campaign spending nearly $50,000 in Puerto Rico on hotels, meals, and a venue rental at the arena where she was seen dancing it up during a Bad Bunny concert. Correspondent Sarah Williamson has the very latest for us. Sarah.
Hey, Lydia, look, you're allowed to have fun, but on campaign money, I'm not so sure about. It's not exactly the best look, because these newly filed federal records show that AOC's campaign spent nearly $50,000 in Puerto Rico over just a few months, fueling criticism, of course, of a lawmaker who has built her entire brand railing against wealth, privilege, elites, and excess. Now, Federal Election Commission filings show that for the third quarter, that AOC's campaign reported nearly 50 grand in spending in Puerto Rico just between the months of June and September. The filings list high-end hotels, meals and catering, and event-related expenses paid for, all with campaign funds. The records also show about $23,000 spent on a venue rental in Puerto Rico, the same venue, in fact, that AOC was seen in a private suite at the Bad Bunny concert in August, a moment that went rather viral online. Now, the appearance...
down with the oligarchs, right?
My main issue with this, and I want both of y'all's opinion, my main issue with this is they're never called out on it.
Where'd that come from first? What was it? Okay.
I mean, it's Fox. I mean, it's still true, but it is Fox News. So
she was very British.
Yeah, British. Actually,
or is she Australian?
Made me feel a certain way for a second. Figure it out.
They never have to answer to any of this, Candace. They're never called out on it. They are never pressed on it. And and you know what? I think I'm kind of envious of them, because you know what they do is okay, I went, big deal, go fuck yourself.
Right, for real. Republicans can't do that.
No,
Republicans cannot do that. Ted Cruz is still apologizing for going on vacation when the fucking sleet fell out of the sky when he was already in another location. He's still apologizing for it. These people are insane. Okay. And this brings me back to when I see videos of her doing shit like this, it reminds me of when she went to the Emmy Awards or some bullshit and she had that tax the rich on her like designer gown and the ticket to that event was like, I don't know, 15 grand. It just reminds me of that. This is what these people are doing. This is what these twatzolas, okay, are doing.
I love that term. You need to get a fucking t-shirt made.
Yes, absolutely. AOC is a twatzola.
I will buy the first one.
I'm coining the phrase because it's just so disingenuous. These people, these are the same people 5 months ago flying around the world saying down with the oligarchs. I don't fucking have $50,000 to go to Puerto Rico and dance with Bad Bunny and be in a private suite. Are you fucking for real?
But
and yet you want more of my money.
Yeah, your tax bracket is the one that she wants to
yes. Absolutely. And it pisses me off.
Like I said, when I say I'm envious of them, this is what I'm envious of. They attack everything with pure indignancy. They're indignant about everything. So all they have, just like when Nancy Pelosi got pressed on her stock buying. You know what she says? Well, I bought stocks. Everybody bought stocks. Well, you problem with that? Well, what's the problem with it? And you know what they do? They just back off because they don't go. What we have to understand, and I don't think we've caught on yet as a whole as Republicans, they're never notice. Have you ever seen them on the defense? They go offense on everything. Boom, boom, boom. They never apologize. Look at all the shit going on in Minnesota. They just divert and they go on offense. They never said, we're going to take a look at it. Somebody dropped the ball. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. They never go in defensive. It's always offensive. Trump don't like Somalians. So and they're just allowed to keep doing it. We're just allowing them because, like I said, we're in a pillow fight and they're in a gunfight.
But we're also little bitches because you know what? If I was in some sort of power and I had the power to audit the fuck out of Nancy Pelosi and her dumbass husband, I absolutely would. I would at least make them have to verify each and everything that they have because you're telling me a 50,000% increase is legitimate. You're just on it all day, every day. Come on now. Oh, not this fucking guy. Oh.
Before you hit his comment, as we're talking about like all AOC fucking going over to hanging out and having her thing, the Sean Ryan shit, calling out an actual fucking congressional member. And all the shit that's coming out about that, and Sean Ryan standing his fucking ground.
That's right. I agree with him.
Against a public official. I'm using those in quotes, but I mean he is. But that shit has. I saw his fucking comment and it threw me off.
Yeah, it again doesn't make sense. Like, this is always where we go. We got to like veer off into like, retard land and pull it back out. Because again, this is, he's using a government plane. He works for the fucking government. Okay. He works for the government. He is part of the FBI. He's the director of the FBI. He deserves security. He deserves transportation because he's actually working. Okay. And I don't mind paying for that. I mind paying.
That are two different things.
I mind paying for some twatzola to party in Puerto Rico. Okay, that's what I have a fucking problem with. Really?
Okay. Look like this. So she is a congresswoman in New York, and her campaign funds. She should be campaigning. How is she campaigning? How is this a campaign event that the campaign should pay for? And I'm very familiar with campaign finance law. That's illegal.
What are you campaigning in Puerto Rico for?
Yeah, what you campaign? Nobody in Puerto Rico could vote for you. There's no constituents there. You can't say, "Hey, I was with constituents. I was it." That's all bullshit. And Cincy, with your comparison, look, I don't like the way some of the abuse is with some of the private trips like Cash Patel. That is a point. But you're comparing, that's apples and bowling balls, man.
And Cash Patel is not running around saying down with the oligarchs. Like, hi. Like, can you be any more fucking hypocritical?
But I would love to see you call her out.
Cash Patel also said, I am not allowed to fly any other way.
That's right. Exactly. It's totally different.
It's a safety issue.
By government fucking plane. So he was like, I'm allowed to have a personal life. Yeah. And if I'm going to fly there, I'm going to fly there.
Oh, we have selective outrage, y'all.
Right.
We have selective outrage. You guys are still trying to grasp the color white.
And it's, I don't know. I would like to see, I would like to see the flight records of the flights that he's been on, you know, to and fro and where he's going. But he is, I agree with him. He is allowed to have personal life, but he also in that position, he's not allowed to fly any other way, but under security. So
fuck. Why did we always have to do this?
We pay for that. And guess what? Guess what?
And every other one does too.
The other FBI fucking director and the FBI director before him, before him, and before him.
And there's no difference of where
goddamn thing.
Yeah, where they're going doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if they're going to a concert or their grandma's house. It's still the same amount of fuel in the airplane. It's still the same amount of personnel. That does not matter. And but you're comparing that to campaign finance abuse. That is that is where the corruption comes in. Is campaign finance is total corruption, and they're just allowed to keep doing it. Nobody calls them out on it.
This is the cycle of like liberal logic, right? Is where you say, hey, here's an example of misusing campaign funds. It's directly there. It's bullet pointed. It's given out to the public. And then the liberal logic is like, oh, fuck, let's just bring it back to Republicans. And it's like, you know what? Address what you actually see, right? Because Kash Patel going to a UFC event fairly, I mean, where was he? Vegas? Whatever. Whatever. You know, you're talking about an actual vacation, and you're also coupling this with those that decided to take these really great trips for Obregón Garcia, okay, on the taxpayer dime as well. You have numerous examples.
Wait, the Maryland dad?
Yes.
How many times did Obama use U.S. funds to go to Hawaii?
Right.
While he was a president. 2 terms. 2 terms.
Right. And it's like, why do we always have to have this cycle of
and who took
stupidity?
Who took a salary?
Right. Thank you.
But
that's, you know, they're not ready for that conversation.
That's just not even when you're dealing with campaign finance. It's not even a comparison. There are, you know, you had good points, Candace. That is, they're not allowed to fly anywhere but on that, and there are perks to those positions, and that's just with everybody. But there is not a perk of abusing campaign finance. And that is a total abuse of campaign finance. And I would love for a liberal to say, hey, you can't keep preaching to us about oligarch and all this stuff and do these kind of things. We shouldn't be the ones calling her out. The liberals should be the ones saying, hold on a second. You don't represent us. That's not what you preach in your oligarchy tours.
Since he thinks he's not a liberal or a Democrat, and he thinks he has common sense.
Apple's a bowling ball again.
Right.
But hey, I think we might, now I'm gonna be a little optimistic. I think the next video that I play, we might even get Cincy to agree with us on this.
I doubt it. I doubt it. It hasn't happened yet.
If you do that, then guess what? I am buying a fucking lottery ticket tonight.
Yep. Well, let's. Oh. Shit.
Oh,
I'm sorry. No. All right. I'm. Here we go. Here we go. Now I'm a big Charles Payne fan. If y'all just. I like him a lot. He's a good guy. All right, let's see if I can get this thing right.
And women's parties, whatever. By the way, this is what liberals do. The first time I can remember it happening to me,
I do like it.
Back in the days, have these like Tupperware parties and women's parties, whatever. Everyone would come to the house. So my mom was having something. I was doing my homework, and white liberal woman comes in and she looks at me, and I'm reading about the presidency. She goes through it. You notice something? I'm like, no, there are no black people there. And so that was the first time it hit me. And here's the deal. Here's the real deal. This is much deeper than just someone trying to shame folks for singing the Christmas song. Liberals' main goal is to make black people feel like crap all the time.
Yes.
Make black people feel like an empty husk of anger and frustration, that no one likes you but we do. And it's so sad because they aim it at young black people. This is a beautiful song. It brings about beautiful memories. It's something we all love and cherish, and to even touch it is stupid. But there's a greater effort here. They've always done this. They don't like you. These people don't like you. They've never liked you. We've got your back. No, you don't have our back. All you ever do is try to make us feel like crap, try to make us feel little, and it's a damn shame. It's abominable. By the way, this.
So, Cincy, what I want to know from you is how this bald-headed, goofy bitch, Joy Reid, can come to the conclusion that Jingle Bells is fucking racist.
So wait, what was her reasoning behind that? She just woke up one day and said it was racist?
It was written, Jason, am I right? It was written by a Confederate soldier, maybe?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Yeah, am I right, Jason? It was something like that.
I believe you're correct. I would have to fact check.
Okay, and Bing Crosby was like a woman beater and alcoholic. Like, who cares?
But that's what I'm saying.
They were all fucked up.
That's the thing is, and Charles Payne nailed it. That's all they do is they pander, and I don't think Cincy's going to agree with that. But what I'd like for Cincy to at least agree with is that you have people like Joy Reid that wake up searching for something that offends them. Damn, Cincy, well, hold on now. Uh-oh. Write this down, Candace. Write it down.
Holy shit. I should screenshot.
So you got people like Joy Reid who race is everything in every situation. And I think that the race problem in our country is made up because of that. Or I'm not saying we don't have any kind of race issues. I think it is what word am I looking for? It's not as big as people claim, like Joy Reid claims it to be, because they get up, if we would just shut up about race, let's just shut up. Let's do this for 30 days. Let's just shut up about race.
Well, it's amazing.
Let's not say one thing about race, and let's see if things die down. But when you have people like this bald-headed bitch, Joy Reid, that everything is race, what do you think that does? Is that helping?
No, absolutely not.
What is that helping?
All it's doing is turning. It's just turning things, more talking points.
Did you guys ever see any clips? And I don't know if I talked about this last time of that Matt Walsh movie, Am I Racist?
Oh my God.
Okay, so there's a
Did you watch the whole movie?
I didn't watch the whole movie.
Oh, God,
my husband sent me. I will. He sent me this segment of it, and it sums the whole shit up perfectly, and it's actually hilarious, where he's interviewing a rich white liberal who is of course she is a race theorist fucking lunatic, and they're talking about, he's giving examples of what other people should do in regards to somebody being uncomfortable or whatever the case is. James, do you know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
I forget her freaking name. And he's sitting across from her and he's giving examples. And then he has his producer come out who's black, and he's in on this whole thing. And
Jason, do you see this? It's amazing.
Hilarious. And he comes out, and that's when they start talking about reparations. And Matt Walsh hands him $20. And they look over at her, and she's like, do you guys want me to get my purse? Like, she's so incredibly uncomfortable. Yet these are the people that would reparation the rest of us to death. But when it's their turn,
they owed reparations, and Matt said, "Well, I'm gonna give him $20." And she wasn't gonna give any money. They'll give your money. They won't give their own money.
Exactly. And she was like so appalled. And he was like, "Well, I could do something now. I could give $20 now. Like, why wouldn't we take that opportunity?" And she was just like dumbfounded. And that explains the entire race situation in a nutshell, because you have people like Joy Reid, and then you have the rich white liberals who are so disconnected from reality that they have to keep peddling this bullshit in an effort to have a job and in an effort to create more division. But in reality, they would never in a million fucking years bring any of the things they want the rest of us to do to their own tables. They would never do it.
Well, I'm sure y'all seen this a couple months ago when they had that panel, and Tucker Carlson and Mark Cuban was on the panel.
He's fucking relentless, dude.
Dude, I know y'all seen this, where he was on a panel with Mark Cuban, and Mark Cuban said, "I think we should. I'm part Ukrainian. I think we should give money to Ukraine." And Tucker says, "How much money have you given them? And
I
he
don't
said,
think you should give money to nobody.
Well, he talked about personally. Mark Cuban,
Yeah.
you say we should give money. Who's we? And he said, how much money has you given them? And Mark said, I haven't given them any. Tucker says, well, why don't you, let's start with you. You first. You first. They don't want to give, they'll give our money. They don't want, this man's a multi-billionaire. And he thinks that the United States of America needs to keep funding this Ukrainian war. Why didn't he give him a couple million? He could give $5 million like me and you could give $5.
Exactly. And I don't think anybody should get any money. Just saying. Nobody. I don't think anybody should get a dime. Except for us. Let us keep our own money, and that's the end of the story.
Frustrated because I see the comments and I can't do anything on my end.
Oh, wait, I can't. They're like super small.
What you want me to do?
What the fuck?
We absolutely, they are shooting us and killing us, you dumb fuck. Like literally, they're trying to kill conservative voices and anybody that is a Republican. Like, again, I don't know how many fucking examples you need. Literally, like, what a dumb fucking person. Seriously, sorry, I don't know you, but I think you're dumb because I don't even know how you can logically sit there and type with your little like stubby dumb fingers to say, oh, you're not under attack. Oh, fucking K. Really? We've been under attack since COVID. I don't know where the fuck you've been.
We've been under attack, honestly, since the first fucking Trump administration.
Legitimately.
Why don't you tell Erica Kirk that?
Oh. Shit. Yeah. I got nothing right there. That's
why don't you, Cincy, why don't you tell Erica Kirk we're not under attack by the left?
Exactly my point.
Who was the nicest fucking guy who would listen to everybody.
No, he wasn't. Jason, he was a piece of shit, racist, sexist, homophobe. What am I missing? He hated Israel. Who else did he hate?
He hated everybody.
He's a terrible person.
I don't know how they and I know we're pivoting a little bit, but it bothers me so much because I've never been gaslighted like this before, where it's like, guys, hi, you can't give any source to where he was hateful or whatever. He simply just stated things that you didn't like, and now we take that as hatred. Then on the flip side of it, we're trying to excuse radical leftism. Right? We're trying to come up with all wild scenarios instead of what has been staring at us in the face for the last year, radical leftist extremism. That's what it is. You have so many examples of it from the summer of love all the way through. I don't know why we can't sit collectively and say, this is a problem. This is why we have violence. This is why people are dying. This is why there's fraud. This is why there's, issues with immigration. This is why. And it's like, how many more fucking examples do you need? And people like Cincy are exactly the problem because they go, oh no, everything's fine. We're not under attack. We're not trying to attack you guys. The fuck you're not.
It tries to, and in the minute scheme of Cincy, there's a bigger realm, but Cincy says he's not Democrat, says he's not liberal, but wants to come in and he was like, oh, I'm just a factual thinker.
Then you would know that liberals are killing conservatives. Fact. Because take your little calculator, do a percent. It's like fucking 75% of all shootings this year have been from radical leftist lunatics that are also trannies that are fucking killing conservatives and Christian children.
Correctly.
It's facts. It's a factual thing. It's not.
Take his comment down off the screen.
And it's like, that's the thing is like, they don't like facts that don't align with them, right? Then it's like, oh no, that's not true, or this, that, and the other thing. Let me tell you something. If it were the other way around, if it was conservative violence, I would be fucking appalled. I would be fucking appalled. And the same way that I've been appalled that conservatives are acting like...
I'd have switched to the other side already.
Absolutely. And the same way that I'm appalled over conservatives acting like a bunch of dumbasses over the whole Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens thing.
Yep.
I'm not standing with these people. I'm like, fucking unfollow me because you're not a conservative. You're actually a dipshit. Because that's like, that's not the focus. And it's almost like everybody doesn't understand how the judicial system works. And we are conservatives. We are supposed to.
I agree with that.
You're absolutely right. And there has been a complete lapse in, you have Republicans, conservatives, Democrats, liberals, and all of this shit. Everything has now just, I'm not going to say meld. There's definitely a line, but like on this side and this side, nobody knows where the fuck they want to be. And to your point earlier, COVID fucking honestly the Wuhan. I don't want to get
China from China.
I don't want to get you banned. And as Dan Carroll says, he would never say the other word. It's always the Wuhan. But no, that definitely threw the biggest divide in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I just turned 46. That's the biggest divide I've seen since I've been 46. So,
and that's what's disappointing is because then we were all together, right? We were all like, hey, something's not right. And everybody was like, yeah, you're right. And so we were banded together and we were like, fuck this. We're not getting vaccinated. We're going to find out how to get fake ass cards. We're going to do whatever the fuck we got to do. Like we were all together in that. And to see us kind of shift off because of hyperbole, in my opinion, is I just can't even wrap my head around it. And it just constantly reinforces what is wrong is that number one, social media is the fucking devil. And I know Erica Kirk has been saying this shit. And it's something that even my husband says, like, it is the fucking devil because we didn't have this before social media. But now it's so easy to spin a narrative just in an algorithm. Yes. And it's concerning. And it's like, I'm now seeing such a divide, even in like very large conservative voices, like conservative Ant, big account on TikTok, big conservative name.
I know.
And he has been blasted because at first he was all on board with questioning and then he wasn't. And then he was. And it's like, I don't entertain it. If I don't think the way that you were thinking on a certain time, I was like, fuck it, whatever, cool, good for you. But these people are literally they're starting to have liberal energy and I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's crazy. Like when you want to, back in that point in time and then we started to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
In Ohio for us, Amy Acton is running for governor and Vivek is running for governor. Who
I hear there's a problem. I hear he's in trouble.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be fucking tight. I don't know.
We're done. Like it's not happening. I know as soon as we're fucked in the midterms, and this is that pendulum that we talked about before. It never stays like solid. And you want to know why? Because Republicans don't know how to use the branches of government when they fucking have them.
Yeah, you are absolutely.
Yeah, we're too busy blue.
100% correct.
100%. And so we're going to deal with this every fucking time.
Yeah. We're too busy worried about their little games.
Yeah.
So, so Jason, last thing we'll cover tonight. I know you're a big Michigan football fan.
Oh, this is a mess.
We don't cover a lot of sports.
I don't even
on this show, but I know that you have some opinions, and it comes into the politics of it in the video I'm going to show. But I know you've been following this pretty heavy. Give us your thoughts on what's going on in Michigan.
Well, for me, love it. But outside of that, huge Ohio State fan, obviously. I think dude was dipping his wick where he shouldn't have fucking dipped it. And apparently, from what I heard, impregnated and potentially got a Plan B pill brought to his office.
DoorDashed,
by the way.
Did you hear that?
This was an underage. This is an underage girl.
No, she's 30. No, she's 30.
She's of age. She's of age.
It was his secretary.
Oh.
That he promoted. He was doubled her salary.
So he was bagging her.
Yeah.
She got pregnant and he DoorDashed a fucking Plan B pill. That's potentially, I'm throwing these out there, potentially. That way you don't get hit, I don't get hit.
Yeah. But allegedly he did this.
But apparently that guy who DoorDashed it called the fucking university, and that's how it all fucking started. I say it all started. They all knew beforehand that he was having relations.
So you know how you solve that? I'm my husband's secretary. So there's the fucking answer to that. There's the Krabby Patty formula for it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. These people are treated like gods. They're going to act like gods and do dumb shit. And here we are.
And so poor girl, i.e. his wife, has a couple kids. I think 3.
Yeah.
I think it's 3. That sucks. So his whole personal life's fucked. His professional life's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
But like the way it all came out, and there's more that's going to be, rolling out. But apparently the AD director knew about it.
Yeah.
So I love it. So you wrote. I don't know what you got. Like you threw this on me, but I love it. I love it.
So
how dumb do you have to be to DoorDash this to yourself? Like, how dumb?
So I'm
baby.
So I am a lot of people aren't, but I'm a Jason Whitlock fan, and I don't follow sports a lot, but Jason Whitlock is I guess he's kind of the Hodge twins of sports. He's a conservative. He's black. He calls out the racist bullshit. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't agree with him on everything, but he has an interesting take on this, and it's different. It's just not sports related. So I was like, man, I think we need to discuss this because it makes sense, and I have some opinions on it because of this. So let's share this video, and then we could discuss that.
I hire from the jump. No way he should have succeeded. Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh is a great guy, a great coach, from my understanding, a great Catholic. But he's got a little tiny bit of woke in. Oh, great heavens! And he wanted to promote a black assistant coach to the head coach at the University of Michigan. This is one of the most incredible crash outs we've ever seen since Bobby Petrino at Arkansas crashed out on a motorcycle and blew his head coaching job up at Arkansas. Sharon Moore was an unqualified DEI hire.
So here's so what I did was I saw that video and I did some research. So historically, he's not wrong. All major colleges in Michigan, whether you hate them or love them, Jason, it is a very sought out. It's kind of like an LSU, like Ohio State. The head coach job is a prestigious job.
Absolutely.
And they do not. They had. I did my research. They have not promoted from within since 1995. For 30 years, they always go. You don't have you. So he was the offensive coordinator, I believe. Now,
defensive coordinator.
What normally happens is if he was a good defensive coordinator, he would get a job at a smaller college, prove himself, and then he would go to Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, one of those. So, and also, and Candace, you're in this age group now, and you're an intelligent, mature person. But I think that
he's calling you an old bitch right now.
I mean, listen, we're all still trying to figure out like the Jerry Sandusky thing. So I don't know.
Well, my point is, he was 37 years old. That's young. I'm not saying
he's my age. Roughly.
So I'm not saying that he is saying what we're doing when you do DEI stuff like that and you give people positions they are not either qualified for or ready for or all the above, you're setting them up for failure. Mm-hmm. So that's what the discussion needs to be had is we're so worried about having the first this or the first that and all this DEI stuff. This man wasn't obviously ready for that type of power. The power that comes with a position like that. Mm-hmm. This man wasn't mature enough to handle that power. And he completely, I don't like to use the word ruined because you can recover. I've altered my life before and I've recovered. He completely altered a lot of lives here. And it started with him being promoted to something he wasn't ready for. That's what DEI does to this country. That's my point.
No, and you're exactly correct. And so he was defensive coordinator. Harbaugh, who is now the head coach of the Chargers, he had to fill in for him.
How many head coach jobs he had before he got the Michigan job? He had 3 head coaching jobs before, and one in the NFL before he got that. That's so. Look at the pattern here, guys. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
he was proven.
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to. But all right, so Moore fills in for him. He goes away. Moore is now the head coach, but gets sanctioned for, I think, 3 games. So the guy that now is going to be holding up for Moore is going to be coaching, the bowl game, whatever. But he got put up in the head coaching job. Moore did not have a good draft class, everything else coming through, and this happens. And to your point, it's like, what are we doing? To me, as an Ohio State fan, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, I want you to keep doing.
Keep doing what you're doing. You're an SEC guy, so I get it. You got LSU, Georgia. I understand that, but the Big Ten is a big thing. We had James Franklin just got axed. But with everything that happened with this, and I'll be curious to see how this unfolds, because I think there's more under the belt. Yeah, he was saying.
I think they're about to uncover a lot of shit.
He was saying he was gonna unalive himself and this and that with when he
butter knife.
Yeah, when he stalked his girlfriend. But let's just keep in mind, he was married to a very attractive lady with 3 kids. And he was doing this.
I'm just going to repeat that our legacy is Jerry fucking Sandusky. So there you have that. Okay. That's number 1. Number 2, and as the only woman here right now, fellas, I'm going to call it what it is because I'm a baseball gal. Okay. I think there's way, way, way too much emphasis on college sports to the point where you get these figures in there and they become like major league big shots. And it's like, whoa, you're at the college level. I get that you're talented, whatever the case is, but that should not swell your head to the point where you think you're like a political figure. That's concerning to me. So how did that culture start? Where we put these people so fucking far up. And I remember the Jerry Sandusky thing was a shit show because it's so funny to remember what that was like. And now to see everybody like, oh my God, sexual abuse, everybody go to jail. There were so many people that were like, I am Penn State. I stand with Jerry Sandusky. I shit you not. It was like concerning. And that was like, people were diehard. They were breaking relationships over it. I mean, it was a thing. So I don't understand why we put such a focus on these people to where they're so high up and they think that they can just do whatever the fuck they want with impunity.
Book your friend.
Oh, mwah. I'll take it.
So no, I agree with you on that.
God. Holy shit balls.
We've it's kind of like, and you probably may not even know the name, Candace, if you don't follow college football.
No, baseball gal.
It's kind of like with Diego Pavia. I think that
Phillies fan, I'm assuming.
He was a quarterback for Vanderbilt. You know what I'm talking about. He was a Heisman runner-up.
I was talking to Kansas.
Oh, okay. You know I'm talking about. I'm talking about Diego Pavia.
I said Phillies fan, I'm assuming.
Oh fuck no. Yeah. No Philly teams. I'm a New Yorker.
Yeah, she's
born and raised. All right. I'm a diehard Yankees fan. Even though they break my heart every year, I am diehard. My 40th birthday will be in a nice like box suite at a Yankees game with all of my friends and family. That is my goal.
Okay.
Well, I hope I'm still your friend.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna fly your ass over there, and it's gonna be great.
I will fly there. So Diego Pavia, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of like with him. What's funny for a while was it was an underdog story, but man, then the way he started to me kind of carrying himself, and then he got into the gold chains, trying to be a gangster, and then his brother's drunk and getting arrested at the football games. That's exactly what Candace is talking about.
Yes, 100%.
We gotta every now and then you gotta remind them, hey, you're doing great stuff, but you really ain't done shit in life.
Right. Thank you.
20 years old, you ain't done a fucking thing.
And they wind up chasing those glory days.
That's right. Yeah. And that's why we have people you can't control, people you can't lead. It's just a culture that we're creating as a nation. And it starts with those kind of things. Yeah. Damn, Cincy agrees with us again. College sports are completely out of us.
We should have just started with that.
The highest paid government employee in every state, not most, probably every state, is a college coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
if you've never watched the movie The Program, that would show you how that shit fucking goes.
Yep.
But now we're seeing it now. By like times 10.
Well, it's kind of like I don't know if you saw a recent interview with Ed Orgeron, Coach O. You saw that one where he said they said he's trying to get back into coaching. He got a good payout, but his wife took half his damn money. So I don't know how. So I think he kind of that's what the guy does. He lives and breathes it. And so they asked him, Coach, how are you going to adjust to this NIL stuff? He said, and you know how he talks. I wouldn't even try to talk like him. It's a minor adjustment. We used to bring the cash through the back door. Now we just got to bring it through the front door.
Yeah.
Then he gives a disclaimer. I'm joking. He wasn't joking.
No, they're not joking.
That's exactly what they do.
He literally said everybody was getting. If you didn't think they were getting paid, you were a moron.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, I'm sure you watched
one way or another. So like Maurice Corrett from Ohio State, who got fucked. He got fucked over. There's multiple. I mean, I'm of course Ohio State fan. Multiple guys got fucked over because getting a tattoo for an autograph. Okay, cool. Yep. And guess what? You got smoked. You got smoked and you got fucked over. We could have a whole goddamn show about the NIL.
Yeah, that's not something.
Where it goes, where it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's not what this show is. I understand that, but it's just
we can cover it one night because it has to do with a lot of things. It's just it gets very political, gets very
I think there's a lot of corruption at these levels. A lot of corruption.
It is so gross, man.
Especially with enrollment. And there's so much shit that goes on. It's actually quite disgusting. And I think it also ties into so much fraud that happens at the college level and how it's tied into federal money. I feel like it's all such a trickle down thing that's why I'm like, fuck it. Like it's not something I've ever invested time in because I'm just like, this is like smoke and mirrors. I find it to be phony in a way. Like they're doing this and it's just like, it's not my vibe.
Somebody is getting paid somewhere.
Yeah.
Somebody else is getting paid somewhere and somebody else.
Exactly.
It's gross. It is gross. I have my thoughts on the NIL, but like I said,
let's cover one. I got some thoughts on it too. Let's cover it next time we're together. Let's do a segment on that. We'll do that. So, Candace, give us some closing thoughts.
Well, closing thoughts. So much shit. Stop fucking listening to Candace Owens.
You're going on vacation, are you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Winter sucks. Stop listening to Candace Owens. Get your heads out of your asses. I say this every fucking week that we're together. Everybody get your heads out of your asses. Pay attention to what is really happening. Pay attention to the behind the scenes things. Blue slips I didn't even know was a thing. Pay attention to the things that are happening state level, local level, because they're happening while you guys are trying to figure out which Egyptian planes were at, in the air at certain dates. Get your heads out of your asses and get in the motherfucking Christmas spirit because we've got 10 days, right? It's like 10 days. Let's do this. Merry Christmas. And it's not fucking happy holidays. It's Merry Christmas.
I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Very much agree with that. Jason, what you got?
Candace, I absolutely enjoy every TikTok that you put out.
She is my favorite TikToker by far.
While I am at the firehouse, I am sitting there and I'm watching, and it makes me giggle every time. You are so animated. I love it. And again, we said it the last time, but you will be a guest on One More and I'm out of here. But
I'll be there.
But I agree. Merry Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Yep. Happy New Year. I'm actually ready to say goodbye to 2025. I don't know if you all felt this way, but I felt like 2025 was probably one of the worst years of my life. Truly, it was just very hard for me in so many different ways. And my husband says all the time, he's like, fuck 2025. I don't know if most people felt that way, but I am 100% ready to say goodbye. And hopefully it's going to open up, I don't know, some good vibes for everybody.
I'm ready to say goodbye to 2025 outside of getting married to my wife.
Yeah.
That was a good one. The rest of it, yeah, you can go
fucking sucked. Yeah. Fucking
Yeah,
sucked.
so this is what I'll close on is that 2025, probably the first half, 2024, and I've said this before, was one of the worst years of my life. 2025 started really rebounding. The last part of 2025, probably the last 3 months, have been absolutely amazing. So what I'm looking forward to is 2026, a continue of the last 3 months and not the previous, say, 18 months.
Agreed.
I can see a lot of things coming up. There's a lot of things in my business, a lot of things with the show that we're looking forward to. So I'm not going to say that 2025 was completely terrible, but I am so looking forward to 2026 because I see some good things for all of us personally. I see some good things for all of us. You know, the last quarter of this year is when we all got together. I think that we're doing some good stuff, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So saying that, for those of you who listen, that's Brittany, Tyler, on my morning show, I will not be tomorrow morning or Tuesday morning, and we may or may not have another Sunday show until after Christmas. So I'll see on that, but I will continue the mornings, the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. So I appreciate everybody joining. We had a pretty big crowd tonight, covered some really good stuff. But until next time, which should be Wednesday at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, McGee, Candace, and Kiefer are out.